Good evening, everyone. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the opening prayer. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bless us as we begin this commissioner meeting. Guide our minds and hearts so we may work together for the good of our community. Help us to be generous in our outlook, courageous in the face of difficulty, and wise in our decisions. Amen. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, this is to announce adequate notice of this meeting has been provided. Pursuant to the 2026 bylaws, rules, and regulations of the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Burlington, time shall be set aside on the agenda for receipt of public comments. Public comments will be received with respect to agenda items prior to board consideration of resolutions to be adopted. An additional opportunity for public comment will occur later in the meeting. Public comments shall be limited to 4 minutes per speaker. Unused time may not be transferred to another speaker. Persons may speak once per public comment period. I direct the deputy clerk to enter into the minutes of this meeting, this public announcement, and the advance written notice of this meeting. Commissioner Brolo?
Here.
Commissioner Burrell?
Here.
Deputy Director Eckel?
Here.
Commissioner Pullian?
Here.
Director Hobson?
here. Thank you. We will now move on to approval of minutes. I'm looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the public and conference meetings of December 30th, 2025, and the organization meeting of January 7th, 2026. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Deputy Director. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Yes, Director, I have to abstain from D&E both.
Abstention is noted. Motion passes. Before we move on to public hearings, I would like to take a moment to speak on a very important matter. Our board, like many Americans around the country, was shocked and heartbroken by the senseless deaths that occurred in Minnesota. We were also shaken by the violence, fear, and chaos that is being inflicted upon American communities under the guise of immigration enforcement. While we believe deeply in the rule of law and supporting law enforcement, we will not ignore the injustices we see occurring daily, nor will we stay silent when civil rights are being trampled upon. United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement continues to take unjust and unlawful actions against people on American soil. Burlington County will not tolerate, condone, partner with, or support ICE's illegal intrusion of civil rights and liberties. In Burlington County, we look to our local, county, and state law enforcement officers to uphold order, protect, and serve. Our board will pass a resolution tonight condemning the senseless deaths of Renee Good and Alex Pretty, as well as the countless other civil acts violations committed against innocent women, children, and men. Dr. Martin Luther King wrote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Minnesota may be thousands of miles away from Burlington County, but we stand with those demanding accountability due to process and justice. Thank you. We will now move on to public hearings. Next is our public hearing on Smithville Building Stabilization Pre-Qualification Regulations. Public comments on other topics can be made at a later time during the meeting. The public hearing is now open. Does anyone have a comment? Seeing none, the public hearing is now closed. No, this is for public hearing on Smithville Building Stabilization.
Okay, thank you so much. I apologize. Thank you.
Moving on to our public hearing on resolution number 2025-00846. Aaron, please read the resolution by title.
Resolution 2025-00846, establish salaries of the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Burlington.
Thank you, Aaron. The public hearing is now open. Would anyone like to comment on resolution 2025-00846? Seeing none, this public hearing is now closed. Do I have a motion to adopt resolution number 2025-00846 on second reading?
Motion.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second. Aaron, please do a roll call.
Commissioner Barolo?
Yes.
Commissioner Burrell?
Yes.
Deputy Director Eckel?
Yes.
Commissioner Pullion?
Even though I was not here for the first reading, I am forced to abstain, but I want everybody to realize I support the measure and believe that we're all entitled to the increase. Thank you.
Noted. And Director Hobson?
Yes. Motion passes. Now, we have a public hearing on resolution number 2026-00006. Aaron, please read the title.
Resolution 2026-00006 to exceed the county budget appropriation limits and establish a cap bank.
Thank you. The public hearing is now open. Would anyone like to comment on resolution number 2026-00006? Seeing none, this public hearing is now closed. Do I have a motion to adopt resolution number 2026-00006 on second reading?
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second. Aaron, please do a roll call.
Commissioner Barolo?
Yes.
Commissioner Burrell?
Yes.
Deputy Director Eckel?
Yes.
Commissioner Pullion?
Yes.
Director Hobson?
Yes. Motion passes. Next is public comments on agenda items. Anyone who wishes to speak on other topics will have a chance to do so later in the meeting. When it is your turn to speak, please state your full name and town for the record. As a reminder, each speaker is limited to 4 minutes and may speak only once per public comment portion. I will begin with the names on the sign-up sheet. If you did not sign up and you have comments on agenda items, you will have a chance to speak. The first name on our sign-up sheet is Ms. Harriet Cohen.
Harriet Cohen, 10 Alderton Lane in Mount Laurel. Karen,
Karen Cohen, 15 Winterberry Court.
I was coming tonight to ask the board if they would consider passing a resolution condemning the actions of ICE. And thank you. I got some feedback from other people saying that it was not nobody on the board, just some community members, that it was a mistake for me to come here, that this was not something that the Board of Commissioners would do. And I said, well, I will ask them if they would consider it, because I think it is very important, not only for the country, but for the citizens of Burlington County to know that we will support them and we will do everything we can to stop this nonsense. So I thank you so much. I really mean that from my heart. I wouldn't be out on this cold night. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm just came up to save time. I am also of the same mind, and thank you so much. You went above and beyond.
You did.
Thank you.
And your statement in the beginning, amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's great to see you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anyone else for public comments on agenda items? Do we have anyone else for public comments on agenda items?
Maureen Taylor Ford, 117 Brand Street, Mount Holly. Happy Wednesday. Just to follow up with the other two ladies just said, Director, I wanted to thank you also for Resolution M8. I was also coming here with that in mind to see what we would do for our neighbors in kind. It's heartbreaking. I come from a very diverse family, Spanish and black and white, and I do have Mexican family members that are temporary, permanent ID members. They're not citizens, and they've been here 50 years. I'm 53. And that's a personal choice for them not to be American citizens, but they're here. And I do have two extended Mexican uncles that come across every day to pick vegetables in California and Texas, and they're terrified. And this is legal. It's always been legal for them. So I just wanted to extend that also for you and for the entire board for putting that resolution in. Moving right along, I only have some questions here for Commissioner Barolo. Always mess that up, I'm sorry. So I just wanted to ask, wanted to go ahead and comment on M17, thanking you for this resolution. I think it's long-term overdue for us to have something for the blind and visually impaired within Burlington County. I know Mercer, is it Mercer or Trenton County has the school, so I do appreciate that. Just wanted to put that out there. Also, I just wanted to ask about M18. As a CERT member, there seemed to be some issues going on with a couple of CERT members during one of the last Code Blues, maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago or so, where someone was trying to give aid. I don't know the whole background story. So I guess my question is, for nonprofits, how can you get on this roll to be included within the commission, for the commission to put out there that, say, a certain name is also certified to give those type of services? How can a business, how can a business get on
Put out
there?
an RFP.
It's called a RFP?
Yes, there's a solicitation that goes into the newspaper or online.
Okay.
And that has qualifications, and it
Okay.
has a deadline as to when you can apply.
Is
And
there,
that would
is
be
it
either on
a
our-
rolling deadline, or is it just like for the winter?
It depends on what the solicitation says.
So where
so-
would I find, like, how would I monitor that to see if it comes up?
Charlene can give you the website. It's either on purchasing or on one of the departments. Some of the departments advertise on their own.
All right. And that was it. Thank you, people. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Do we have anyone else for public comments on agenda items? Do we have anyone else for public comments on agenda items?
Hi, David Viella, 166 Ronconkers Road. I was there at your ceremony. Unfortunately, I had to travel afterwards, but I congratulate you all. It was a great ceremony. You were all very professional and eloquent and humble, and I appreciate that from all of you. On number 8, and I'm glad you said that, because I do have something at the end. We're going to get public speaking at the end, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'll say that for then. On number 8, is there any action that's going to be behind it? Are we going to have whistles? Are we going to have cameras? Are we going to have law enforcement that's going to make sure that ICE doesn't exceed their boundaries?
Well, we are not able to enforce any of that. This is in support of
Okay.
this, but there's no action we could actually take. So
'Cause
the
it'd be
action
great if
is
we could
our,
have some committee or some forms.
the action is our resolution showing support.
Okay.
That is our
Would that
action.
be mailed to the president? Would that be stated to the president or any body at that body of legislature?
You
Letting them
mean
know
our
that we don't agree with
where
that?
we're sending our resolution?
Our resolutions are published,
Yep.
or published.
So unless they look at it, they won't know.
Well, I mean, it's there for them to find. It's not,
I don't think they're looking at Burlington County.
thanks
wish
a
they
lot.
More than welcome to send it.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to
do.
send
I
it.
will
It will
send
be
it.
made,
I'm
that's
sure Harry
fine.
will too.
It's made,
I have no problem sending
Yeah,
it.
it's made
I
public,
have
sir.
no problem.
It's made
I
public.
appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Also, you mentioned Beacon of Hope.
Which item, sir? Which?
I scanned through it, but I can't find it again. Extending
It's M18.
Code Blue. M18?
M18? Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you, Tyler.
Problem. Yeah.
Sir. I don't know what their lease, I think they have a lease with the owner, and it's my understanding that the owner doesn't want to extend that lease.
And we are not privy to talk about that, but what is your question for,
That's my
about this?
question. If you extend them, how do we know that the owner isn't gonna tomorrow say, well, you gotta get out?
That's not what this is. So what your question has nothing to do with this resolution, this item here, right? So they are now our provider for Code Blue. Now, if they have an issue with where they're residing and they have an issue with their landlord, that's between them and their landlord. That has nothing to do with
Okay,
this
but you
board.
won't be funding them or anything like that? It won't go by the waste if they lose their lease?
Felicia, may I say?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, they've sworn to us through the RFP process that they are qualified to perform the services. So we
Okay.
expect them to perform the services.
And
If
that's
they
all you
don't-
can take?
If they don't perform the services, we have recourse to.
All right, I appreciate
Always
that.
legal recourse, but
All right,
we will make sure the services are provided.
thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Sure. Do we have anyone else for public comment on agenda items? Do we have anyone else for public comment on agenda items? Seeing none, I am closing this portion of public comment. We will now move on to conclusion and deliberation and authorization of decision White Cell. Commissioner Brolo will step out at this time. Thank you. Okay. At this time, I'm looking for a motion to conclude deliberations and authorize a decision on White Cell Construction Company's appeal hearing on the November 12th, 2025 County Planning Board's decision for applications. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Deputy Director. Are there any questions? Aaron, please do a roll call.
Commissioner Burrell?
Yeah, I'm going to affirm the planning board's decision and deny the appeal, please.
Thank you. Deputy Director Eckel?
Yes, I will affirm the planning board's decision and deny Weitzel's appeal.
Thank you. Commissioner Polian?
Abstain.
Thank you, noted. Director Hobson?
I will affirm Planning Board's decision and deny the appeal.
Thank you.
Thank you. Motion passes. Okay, now we will move on to resolution. Thank you. As Commissioner Brolo, he's not returning? Not yet, sorry. Okay,
You just have the resolution.
yep,
Yeah.
okay. So now we'll move on. According to the County Planning Act, the Board of Commissioners act in a quasi-judicial capacity and retain ultimate authority for the final decision of the Planning Board appeal. Based on that authority, we find that the following. On November 21st, 2025, White Cell Construction Company Incorporated, the applicant, sent a notice of appeal to the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Burlington of the decision of the Burlington County Planning Board, dated November 12th, 2025, denying the appeals and disapproving the applications for preliminary and final site plan approval from the applicant for warehouse developments at 1805 River Road, Planning Board application number S25-06-054, and at 1700 River Road, Planning Board, application number S25-06-055 along River Road in Burlington Township. Upon receipt of the notice of appeal, a public hearing was scheduled before us for December 30th, 2025, and notices of said hearing were sent to the applicant and the Planning Board at least 10 days prior on December 7th, 2025. Legal briefs were submitted by the parties to the board for our consideration and review in advance of the hearing. These briefs contained legal arguments and voluminous documents which were exchanged below, inclusive of the original applications, supporting exhibits, expert reports, Planning Board correspondence containing opinions authored by the County Engineering Department, professionals, and all hearing records from the appeals below. All were reviewed extensively by this board. On December 30th, 2025, each party's counsel addressed the boards during a public hearing. This board was engaged and questioned the parties on their arguments raised. This board then reviewed the briefs submitted by the parties, including the statutes and the case law cited therein, and took into consideration the arguments before them at the public hearing. And tonight, the board has found that White Cell Construction has not sustained their burden, warranting a reversal of the Planning Board's decision. And further finds that the Planning Board's denial of the White Cell application was not contrary to the County Planning Act, the Municipal Land Use Law, the Development Review Committee, and the case law, and has determined that the applicant's appeal to reverse the decision of the Planning Board of November 12th, 2025 should be denied. And last, the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Burlington County finds that the decision of the Burlington County Planning Board dated November 12th, 2025 is hereby confirmed. Is hereby affirmed. Now, I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution L1. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Deputy Director Eckel. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Director, I have to abstain.
Abstention is noted. Motion passes. Now, I believe we can have Commissioner Burlow back. Thank you. Okay. Now we will move on to resolutions. Moving on, I would like to make a motion to approve resolutions M1 through M13 by unanimous consent.
Second.
Seconded by Deputy Director. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Deputy Director Eckel?
Thank you, Director. I would like to make a motion to approve resolutions M14 through M16 by unanimous consent.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Pulliam. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Commissioner Brolo?
I'd like to make a motion for M17 to M21, please.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Deputy Director. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Commissioner Burrell?
Yes, thank you, Director. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolutions M22 to M26, please.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Pulliam. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Commissioner Pulliam?
Thank you, Director. I'd like to move resolutions M27 through M29 for approval by unanimous consent, please.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Burlow. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. We will now move on to appointments. I am appointing the following members to the Human Services Advisory Board for a one-year term effective January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. Libby Wojciechowski, Todd Worth, Holly Kukazella, Susan Braish, Joe Haber or designee, Lila Myers, Darlene Trappier, Martin Knock, Angela Gonzalez, Ann Greenwood, Alice Oppenheimer, Evelyn Rosado or designee, Candacia Clark, Angelica Rivera, Charlotte Simpson or designee, Malika Morris, Alfreda Francis. That concludes all of the names. I thought it was more. Okay. Do we have any questions from the media? Seeing none, I am closing this portion of the agenda. We will now move on to public comments on non-agenda items. When it is your turn to speak, please state your name and town for the record. I will begin with the names on the sign-up sheet. If you did not sign up, you will still have an opportunity to speak. The first person is Ms. Ford.
Maureen Taylor Ford, 117 Branch Street. Happy Wednesday. Mount Holly. Sorry, guys. So just a couple of things. Just wanted to know as far as I'm trying to understand the planning board. So I do get emails from them. Is that an open public forum that I'm allowed to go to? Because I do get emails like saying certain things about what's going on with the planning board. But I don't know like when the meetings are, where are they, that type of thing.
You get them from Mount Holly's planning board or Burlington County's planning board?
Burlington County, which
Yeah, they're open
I didn't
to the
know.
public.
They are?
They are.
Oh, do we know? Does anyone know when they are?
When are
We can get you.
it's on our website.
Charlene.
Charlene will let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is, just curious, I know the homeless shelter is in the process, right?
Yes.
So my concern is, as all spectrums going here and even in Mount Holly, people are grumbling and some are not. So I'm just concerned is whatever's going on with Medford. Do you guys have any jurisdiction over the affordable housing issues that Medford is having? Is that any kind of relationship to what's going on with the shelter, with their kicking back?
No.
No?
There's no relation.
No relation.
Happy to report, there is no relation.
That's awesome.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
Happy to
awesome.
report.
I was
Completely different
curious. I was like,
No
maybe
correlation. There is no
scared.
correlation.
That's wonderful.
How is that? No, there's no correlation, but we're happy to talk to you off the dais about it, but there's no correlation.
Love it, guys. Coffee all day. So the last thing is I just wanted to come here and thank you guys again. You know, I think it's been like 3 years since I hobbled back in here with my knee surgery. I was almost in the 6 feet under. And with the education that you guys have given, now mind you, put it on the record here, I still have a speeding problem in front of my house, people. 117 Branch Street, 537 County Road. But with the education that I'm able to get from you guys and take back to the residents of my town, we have now been able to implement a four-way stop sign in Mount Holly. And that is just wanted you guys to know, that's a direct reflection of me coming here, irritating you, trying to get information. I hope I didn't was too mean.
No irritation at all, Ms.
That's
Ford.
awesome. Thank you. Oh my God. But so with that, because we were so confused as town residents when I live on a county road and then half of it into it is the town and then the other half out is the county. So with the information that I got from all of you, I just wanted to thank you guys. Thank you so much. We do have one part of Mount Holly that will have a four-way stop now. It is beneficial for the children specifically that are crossing. That intersection has had multiple incidents where, the last being that the vehicle, went airborne into the home. So just wanted to put that out there. Thank you, and I hope to continue to get educated from all of you, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Do we have anyone else for public comment? Do we have anyone else for public comment?
Good evening, board members.
Good
Andrew
evening.
Polakowski, Tabernacle Township.
Hello.
I'm here today asking for guidance on how to seek an amendment to a right-of-way owned by the Board of County Commissioners. I'm referring to my own property at Block 904, Lot 102 in Tabernacle Township. There is a right-of-way that was dedicated to the Board of County Commissioners in 1974. I pulled several Oprah requests. The right-of-way has a roundabout at the end of it, and there's a flag lot behind my property. That roundabout does not exist right now. It's just open land with trees planted there between my property and the flag lot behind me. The lady who lives behind me thought that she owned that, given that her family established the land, subdivided them back in the 70s. She was willing to give it to me till we found out you guys owned it. I'm seeking advice on how to get an amendment for that right-of-way because it's becoming problematic with a variance I got approved in August to build a pole barn on that property. Now, with that roundabout, I can't access my garage. So, seeking what I need to do for an amendment on that.
If you want to talk to Charlene afterwards, we can talk to engineering and walk you through what the process is.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. All right. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anyone else for public comment?
Hello,
Hello.
David, 166 Rinconcos Road, David Villalba, I'm sorry. I had a lot to speak on, but because of, as you said early, and that was a really humbling speech. I appreciate that. That was a great speech. I had one prepared in case no one mentioned anything. Dear, and I hope I can count some of you here as friends. That would be great. I know I have one or two. I write this with a heavy heart to honor the memories of Renee Nicole Good and Alex Jeffrey Pratt, whose lives were tragically taken in Minneapolis during the protests against federal enforcement action earlier this month. Renee was a devoted mother, artist, community member whose warmth, spirit, spirited touch, and all who knew her appreciated her. Alex was a compassionate ICU nurse who dedicated his life to caring for others and stood up for what he believed was right. Their death was shaken a community and nation. They were not merely headlines, but beloved individuals with family, hopes, dreams. People who sought it only to call attention to the suffering of their immigrant neighbors and to stand in solidarity for the taxpayer seeking dignity and justice. We honor Renee and Alex not by allowing their names to fade into silence, but ensuring their lives inspire meaningful change. May we recommit ourselves to peaceful advocacy, compassion for our neighbors, regardless of background, until society where protest is met with dialogue and not violence. In the memory, let us pursue justice with resolve, kindness, and let us strive for a future where all voices are heard and protected. Their courage will not be forgotten. And if I can finish my 4 minutes with a moment of silence, please. Sure. Appreciate it. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you. Amen. Do we have anyone else for public comment? Do we have anyone else for public comment? Seeing none, I'm closing this portion of public comment, and we will now move on to comments by commissioners. Commissioner Brolo, do you have any comments?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Director and Deputy Director and my fellow commissioners down at the end. Wow, that was a long 4 minutes, right? I had to take a breath after that one and reflect on what happened out in the Midwest. Fellow commissioners, we attended Muslim Heritage Month in Pennsauken, which we had a great time. We got to celebrate Muslim heritage and what Muslims have done for this country, and that's what this country is all about. Everybody coming together, right, and getting together, and basically one organization and one people just coming together. So I want to thank some of the people in the crowd. I see Councilwoman from West Hampton, from Hainesport, and two lovely ladies from Mount Laurel. Thank you for coming out tonight. You braved the cold. It's freezing out there. So thank you for coming out. And that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Burrell?
Great, thank you, Director. Just want to echo Commissioner Brolo's comments. Thank you for that. Also, Commissioner Brolo and I attended, we stopped by the 911 dispatch center today and OEM headquarters and thanked some of the folks who worked shifts this Sunday for the storm. They work long hours. They're the unsung heroes over there that keep, all of our first responders safe, fielding all the 911 calls. There's also an emergency management office down there where they're coordinating with PSE&G, all the emergency officials, and making sure, monitoring the county to make sure everybody's safe and sound. So we went there, stopped by, got a tour, and thanked them for all their hard work. So just think about that, in probably one of your worst moments when you're dialing 911, there's somebody on the other side that's willing to answer the call for you and help you out. So there's a big team that makes that happen. So we thank them each and every day for their service here in the county. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Pulliam?
Yes, I want to first give a round of applause to our Public Works people who did an awesome job as I'm very fortunate to be an administrator in a township, and I have to do the same things or watch over my Public Works people. And I can tell you that is nothing compared to what these people have to do in the county. And they really did a great job. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I appreciate all the comments that are made. And I want to extend my gratitude again to our department heads and directors for everything you do every day for us and the residents of Burlington County. Stay warm, be safe going home.
Thank you. Deputy Director Echo?
Thank you, Director. Yes, thank you to everybody who helped us through the weekend. I think the weekend was relatively without incident, which is hard. There were incidents, of course, but I think there was maybe only one house fire, and it was early on in the storm. I think the folks are okay, no injuries reported. The Red Cross was there to help them. The emergency responders had to get through the snow, and they were able to do that, and I appreciate them very much. I'm not going to add to our statement because I agree with the statement and it's good, and I'll let that stand. But to our friend in Mount Holly, we wanted to thank you. It was a profound moment. So public comment is sacred and it's enshrined. It's our right to comment to the government and to have the ability to question the government, to hold us accountable, to disagree, and we stand by that. And it's our rights as citizens. Thank you for sharing some of your public comment time for those who cannot comment anymore. So, thank you.
You're very welcome. My comments will be brief. I feel like I've spoken enough this evening. So, Committeewoman Gail Canteen, very good to see you. Thank you so much for coming out, braving the cold. What's going on in our society is very heavy, and it is my hope that we all carry with us, as was said this evening, a level of kindness and compassion, because we need it more now than ever. And despite what we may believe, think, feel, I think we should all try our very best to put that first as we make our way to our private homes and go our ways tomorrow to our workplaces. Let's just remember kindness and compassion first. So I thank you all for coming this evening and sharing your evening with us and continuing to come out and hold us accountable. So it is good to see you all. Harriet, it's good to see you guys. Thanks so much for coming. I am now looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. It's been properly moved and second. All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.